Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad bin Muhammad Sufian. So I present about managing multicultural team today. So hope you guys can enjoy and feel free to hear and watch. Thank you. Before I continue my presentation, I will show you one video that related to my presentation.
Using Powtoon.
You guys already watched the video just now, right? So now let's move to the introduction. Okay, in the introduction, what is multicultural team means? Based on the video, multicultural team means team where people are different in many aspects. Okay, some aspect that I will give you as example is age, races, ethnicity, sex, sexual orientation, and physical abilities. Okay, based on the races aspect of races, there might be team members from Malay, team members from Chinese, team members from Indian in the multicultural teams. So while based on the off-state, multicultural team means that team or group where people come from different cultural background or cultural history. So based on these two opinion, I think that they have similar opinion on towards the meaning of multicultural teams. Okay, while working on the multicultural teams, they might be some challenges and issue we must face, and some benefits that we get when working in the multicultural team. So I will explain the details in the next slide. First issue or challenges that we might face is challenges in the linguistic issues. What is the linguistic issue? We might face the challenge to understand the other language. Okay, in the multicultural team, we come from many background. So some of the team members will use English, some others will use Mandarin, some others will use Malay. So we might face some difficulty to understand the language that the others use. So in the way to understand, we need to use Google, or we need to study more or have some tuition in the other language, so we might easy to understand the other language, and we might have a good communication with them. So now let's move to the second challenge, which is form of communication. There are two types of form of communication, whereby one is direct communication and second is indirect communication. What is direct communication? Communication is the true intention being highlighted in the two way of communication between two or more people. But what is the indirect communication? Indirect communication is the true intention is hidden in the communication between two or more people. So we might face this type of form of communication. Some use the direct communication and some of the team members use the indirect communication. So we might face the challenge to understand whereby this team member use direct or indirect and this other use direct or indirect. Next, the challenges and issue is management structure difference, whereby different countries have their own management structure. As a workers in other country, you need to learn and adapt first the management structure in the country that you work for, so that in the end you can have a good communication with other members. I will give you two situations. Some country use boss communicate direct with the workers, and some country use whereby boss communicate with the head of department first, and then the head of department will send the message to the other members. So there are two different types, whereby one is more direct and the other is using a middle person. So you have to learn and adapt first about the management structure, so that you can have a good communication with other members in that country you work for. So the next challenges is in the decision making. Okay, decision making is really important for the final result, and every country have their own style on making a decision. So multicultural teams need to understand about the decision making culture in the country that they work for, so they might prevent from any problems occur when the process of decision making. So they need to learn first and adapt, then you will know the types of decision making will use in the country. So now let's move to the benefits of the multicultural teams. First, the benefits is broader service range. What I mean is we can provide service abroad because of the skills and background of the multicultural. When we have team members from different country that have different culture from our country, we can share the information and knowledge together. So we might change the information also, so we can provide and produce a service that we can bring abroad to the other country of the team members. So we might have some biggest advantage to make our business bigger. So now let's see the second benefits, whereby the variety of viewpoints. What I mean is when we have skills and background from the diverse workforce, we can collect the ideas and information together. So when we combine the ideas and the information, we might have some strategy to meet our business needs. So we might have success in our business. So now let's see the third benefits of the multicultural teams, whereby more effective education. What I mean is when we work with other team members from other country that have different culture, we might be more motivated, and from that we can see more productivity from the workers. So it is good for the workers to have more productive, because when business have a productive workers, we can have more successful business, and we might success in our business, and we might have more customer in future. So now let's see the last benefits that I gain from the video, which is personal experience. Okay, some of the team members might have their own experience, and when they share to the other team members, so other team members also can gain some experience and knowledge from the experienced worker. So they can use the experience and use the knowledge that they learn together, and make the business more successful in the future. So now let's move to the lesson learned. I will give you 3 lesson learned that I have in this topic, multicultural teams, managing multicultural team. Okay, first, embracing the diversity. What I mean is, you will encourage the person to learn someone's background and culture. By the learning process, you will learn to have embracing diversity knowledge. So from that, you can know the strengths and weaknesses of the other country. So while you get and understand about the strengths and weaknesses from the other culture and country, so you also will find your weaknesses and strengths. So this will lead you to the best lesson of your life. So the second one is developing the self-awareness. What I mean is, it will boost the confidence for the introvert workers. Introvert workers is more likely to be a person who have not be so confident to do their task. But when they work with the other members from the other culture, the members will try to guide him or her to be more confident in completing their task. So it is good to work with multicultural team, because you can help each other to boost their confidence in completing their task. So the third lesson learned is exercise the empathy and adaptability. What I mean is, you will become more open-minded. So in the first stage, you will learn to have some empathy. You will share the feeling and understand about the other members' feeling. What I mean is, you will put yourself in their situation. When you put yourself in the other members' situation, you will find the gaps. So the next stage is adaptability. In the adaptability stage, you will try to adapt the problems, and you will make the gap is more close and more small. So it is good to have these two practice. Then you will be more skillful to handle your work with others, and problems might be not occur frequently when you are good in exercise empathy and adaptability. In the conclusion, first, multicultural teams consist of group or teams that come from the many aspects, such as race, ethnicity, age, sex, sexual orientation, and physical abilities. Next, some challenges need to be faced when you practice the multicultural teams, but there are always a solution to overcome. Next is, multicultural teams give many good effects or benefits that we can take and learn in our life. So it is good to have or to work in the multicultural teams. In my opinion, multicultural teams need to be applied in many countries, so you can have the diversity in the in your life. So it is good. So that's all from me. Thank you.